How to cultivate your water leaf and make money during the rainy season. Another name for water leaf is known as spinach. So, this is a spinach farm, and I'm going to take you to an enriching journey on how to cultivate this product. So, we start with the cost analysis of spinach. We talk about the estimated cost, the estimated revenue, and the expected profit. Nobody goes into a farming venture without first analyzing the cost. Let nobody deceive you that of you can start a particular type of farming without spending any franc CFA or any dollar or any naira or any cedis. So our best farming periods is between the month of May to September of the year. Remains the best period for planting due to its rainy season, and it limits the stress of putting up an irrigation system. It requires a lot of water. It must always be moist because the plant is made up at least 70% of just water. So you want to set up an irrigation system or plant at the beginning of the rainy season in order to harvest this crop. Remember, there is a sacred ingredient to it. That is to say, you harvest this product or this vegetable you see here 3 times a month. Imagine going to the market 3 times a month for a whole year, for 12 months. So do your maths. How many times is it? Also, you could still do it for depending on the nature of your farm. If your farm is something of more than a hectare, it means you can even harvest every day because you cannot just harvest the whole farm a day. So, how big is your farm? If you are thinking big, no, you invest big. If you're thinking small, no, you invest small. But the smallest amount of time in which you could go into the market is 3 times a month. So we look at the best training practices. It's best for kids intending to learn vegetable farming, for adults learning vegetable farming, either in their garden or their vegetable farm. So you ought to know all these. If you're starting a vegetable farm and you're challenges, then it should be one of the best you should aim in for. Yes, it will motivate you, you boost your morale, your confidence, and you'll be able to do more. It is, can I say, a millionaire vegetable crop. Why? You plant once, harvest about 40 to 50 times a year. Imagine the revenue you make each weekend. If you have a large farm, you could harvest 4 times a month, making it every weekend you're in the vegetable market to sell. And most often this you can even sell it in wholesale. Once it's already ready, custom buyers come right up to your farm and buy, and you don't need fertilizer. So with special, what are the meals you could even cook with this? So people use it for arrow, a Cameroonian delicacy, water leaf juice for blood medicine, water leaf for soup, vegetable soup, and vegetable salad. Yes, all these are used in order to consume this beautiful vegetable you see here. So it's quite high in demand, especially for those who are lovers of vegetable and all that. So please do not go anywhere because I will analyze the detailed analysis of this my farm, the cost and the expected revenue. Everything would be discussed in this video. I'm going to highlight the point, what you need to do, what you don't need to do. Are you to apply fertilizers? No. I refuse. No. The only thing I can recommend will be coming later. So let's go. What's the cost of this water leaf? We calculate the cost of a land. Do you have a land? Then there's $0. But if you don't have a land, you might be considering a hectares or more hectares, going right up to $100. The cost of plowing should take you $5 to $25, and the cost of seed $2 to $15. If you estimate all your costs, is still very cheap, which could take you to $150. But now this $150 is for those intending for large scale farming. If you already own a piece of land, it means the cost of land becomes zero, and you are now left with cost of plowing and cost of seeds. And the cost of plowing could take less than $20. Why? Because you could easily do it yourself. you could easily do it yourself, or you and your family members, your kids could easily do. You don't even need to pay. But if you are to pay people, it's really cheap to do it, because you could pay them their whole day, which is not even up to $3 per day or $4. You pay them and they are able to do it 1, 2, 3 days and it's ready. So you just have the cost of planting and the cost of the seeds. Now it is being planted using the stems we found here. Once you have already harvested this and sell them into the market, once you have cut the leaves in order to cook, the stems which are left after, it means you could buy the stems in order to cook, you cook with it, and still use the same stems in order to start your water leaf. So what are you waiting for? Yes. Also, once you have already planted, you make sure it is well irrigated. Take it to plant it where there is too much moist, where there is always water beside streams, such that there should be enough water. It needs about 70% of water, so it needs a lot of water. Yes, a lot of water. That's why it's planted during the rainy season, to make more money. Because with the rain, there's no need for too much irrigation. That there should be places should be moist at all times. Yes, so look at the season, the time, and the period of your own country where it's rainy and you're not. You see them in ridges. You see the ridges each. I have here about 10 different ridges. You see, it's already here ready for harvest. And if I harvest today, note that after a week, I'm supposed to do another harvest. You still be just like this. After another week, you still be just like this on harvest. So you keep on harvesting year in, year out, year in, year out. Now you might want to ask a question. With this harvesting every week, do I need to put fertilizers? Do I need to put maybe other products in order to increase productivity? The answer to my question will be no. The only thing I would recommend to use as fertilizers, not even fertilizers. I won't recommend fertilizer. Let's go for manure. Use like cow dung. Use cow dung. Yes, decomposed cow dung. Use it. That is all you need for your farm to look this good, for you to harvest and make more money. So with the number of if you are going it for 1, 2, 3 hectares, multiply also your cost, because a land or a hectare in your country could cost maybe $20. In another country, a hectare costs $50. In another country, a hectare of land costs about $100. So I'm estimating it from $0 to $100, depending on the country in which you're watching it from. So specify it. With 1 hectare, you cannot even plant the whole hectare. So the estimated revenue we have. Take note, water leaf can be harvested 3 times a month for a single year. The revenue per week is $20 to $35, and the revenue also per month is $70 to $150, giving us an annual revenue of $2,000 to $3,000. If actually you're putting in all the efforts, putting in all the advice I'm giving you here, putting them in ridges. There's hardly grass in this type of farm that you need to weed them out. No, there's hardly grass in it. Why? Because it needs moist, it needs water and everything. So there's limited grass in it, and even if there's grass, you could just send your hand there and pick the 1 or 2 which are there, making it very easy. Once the leaves are already pinkish, once you already have the flower coming in pink, you already know it's time for market. It's time for us to visit the market. And once you cut the stems, as you see in this video, after 1 week it will still look like this, and you take it into the market. But not that once you're already doing vegetable, there is no need for you to add another thing. It means it cannot be intercrop with any other thing. Do not plant things like cassava and you put the water leaf there. No. Do not plant corn and you put the beds 1, 2, 3. Others are behind. My phone camera could not take all of them. Hoping for a bigger phone and bigger camera. So you see these are the beds, really large and really big, and you see the way it's good, see the way it's green and ready for the market. What do you love about water leaf? How do you eat it in your country? Do you have specific meals or you don't plant it? Those even those who are abroad, just buying it once in the market. Your garden should be able to take the rest and you just start consuming without buying again. Yes, for the whole year, for a period of 12 months. You don't know the expenses that it reduces when you don't buy products for 1 month, talk less of a year. And we love eating vegetables always, keeping vegetables always. So consider it, I'll recommend it, and that is the cost analysis for you. So we are almost at the end of the video. So I want to say in this farming you have little or nothing to lose because you could end up making your capital in just 2 months. Recover the payback period is really fast. So until then, thank you for watching. The part 2 of this video will show you how I go to the market, my wholesalers and retailers. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up to this video.